It is Monday, August the 10th, and I just pulled into work. It's about 8 a.m. Already got my 5 miles in, got my coffee, the most important part, clearly. And I'm heading in today. First of all, I have to go get my temperature checked, and then after I get my temperature checked and get that logged, I'm gonna kind of mess with my desks a little bit because I hate them sitting in rows so much. And also right now they're not 6 feet apart, so I'm gonna have to do something where they're actually 6 feet apart, and I guess I'm just gonna have to be okay with rows. I don't know. I'm like a pods kind of girl. They usually sit in groups of 5, but I'll show y'all what I mean whenever I get inside. So I'm moving the desk, cleaning the desk again because I'm a crazy person. I might finish my bulletin board. I know for sure that I have to get another week uploaded into Canvas this week. And I'm also gonna actually walk through what my first day is going to look like, because like my principal said, we're not going to know what to expect until we actually get there. Until we get here, we aren't going to know what to expect. So I'm gonna walk through my first day so I feel comfortable with it, and yeah, I don't know, we'll see what else the day holds. So I'm gonna head on in, get my temperature checked, and then get to work. I will update y'all ASAP. Oh, and here's my chair in the background. My mom recovered it for me. It's so freaking cute. It's got kitties and flower crowns on it, so carrying that in too. Let's head on inside. Right, I am taking a little break because first of all, our fire alarm just went off for no reason. We don't know why, but the firemen came. They came in, checked everything out. Now we're back in, but now we have no internet, so I can't get my stuff on Canvas if we have no internet. So right now I'm just sitting here drinking my coffee still and trying to think about what do I want to do to these desks. Let me show you what I mean. So normally I have these desks in groups of 5, but there's no way I can put them into pods. They just all have to be in rows, and they're not socially distanced when they're in rows. We are only having 25% of our students coming every day, so I'm wondering if I can just maybe put a sticker on some and say, hey, if you're here on Monday, you sit in the pink dots. If you're here on Tuesday, you sit on the blue dots. Because once a student sits somewhere, they cannot move, because if they get the coronavirus, then we have to be able to contact trace where they sat and everybody around them. So I have all these scraps of pretty paper. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make Mondays pink, and you can only sit in the pink desks on Mondays. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm worried, and I'm trying not to be worried because it's all gonna work out. But at the same time, y'all, this is craziness. Let me show you something I'm super pumped about. Okay, this is a really adult purchase, and I don't know why I'm so excited about this. But I bought my own microwave. Look at her sitting there. And no, that is not dirt over here. This used to be the art room. So there's years and years and years of leftover paint everywhere. But I'm so freaking excited about her. This took way longer than it should, but I feel like you need to see how cute this is. Whenever my kids come in, I've marked the desk because students can't sit where another student has sat. So my first period, they'll be the pink Maxes. And then my second period will be the orange Coach Gates and Theo. And then my third period will be the yellow Theos. Y'all, how precious. Would that not just make your day if you were a student? You get to sit here and look at these precious babies. Good morning. It is week 2, work day number 2. So it is Tuesday, August 11th. Whew, I'm running a little bit behind today. Got in my 3 miles instead of 5 miles. Already drank my coffee, went upstairs and got temped. And now I'm working on a back to school presentation for my students. I know that me as a student, I start back to school in September for my PhD program, but I'm like super anxious about knowing how everything's going to work and what my schedule's going to be like. I have so many questions, so I can't imagine being a high school student and wondering how everything is going to work. So I'm making a presentation today for my students that I can post in our Canvas course, so whether they are with me in person or they are with me on Canvas, that we can kind of be on the same page. I can answer some of their questions that they've been having, and I can show them how to locate things on Canvas. I know if I'm struggling with Canvas and I'm the teacher, then I'm sure they're going to struggle with Canvas. So I've tried to do little screenshots of what Canvas will look like and then do little arrows so they know exactly what they're looking for and where to put things. So I also made a really cute, hold on, I'll show it to you. I made a really cute little printable schedule that they can have, and they can fold it and just, normally I would put it in their interactive notebook, but I can't do notebooks this year. I've already mourned and grieved the loss of that. So they have our School of Tech schedule if they have School of Tech classes. I have our regular new bell schedule and then their lunch schedule, and I also have a little reminder up here to wash your hands, don't touch anybody, you know, make good choices, all the things. So I'm going to dive in and start working on our presentation for back to school, and I'll show you what I have so far. Let's take a look. So here's what I have so far for our back to school presentation to kind of help my students navigate how crazy this school year is looking so far. So I have I have a still shot of a digital classroom right here, and I have their new bell schedule. I also have some frequently asked questions like, will attendance be taken? How will we go to lunch? Do I have to wear a mask? Can I have things at my desk? Will I be graded on my assignments? Will the grades count? Will I have work on the days that I'm not physically in class, or am I just learning one day a week? And then I'll have my syllabus where they can look at it. I also have some pictures. Here's me whenever I was in high school. Both of these two whenever I was in high school, and that's when I graduated high school. Here's me and Brent. We actually this was my high school cheerleading uniform, and this was his Letterman's jacket, and we wore it last year for Spirit Week. And this is when I graduated last December with my master's. Here's just some more about Maze. And then I've done some screenshots for how they can actually log into Canvas and get to their work. And then I've showed them what each little thing is on Canvas. So I've told them what a module is, how to find their to-do list, how to submit their work. And then here's a sample module that they'll see whenever they click on each module. I also have some information that can be useful for contacting me, so like my email address and then my office hours too. Let me know if you can think of anything else I should add to this. I'm continually adding to it so that my students can feel more comfortable and have hopefully some of that anxiety eased a little bit.
Good morning, how can we help you?
Can I get a medium iced coffee with mocha?
A medium ice with mocha, you get your egg and cheese English muffin?
Yes, please.
Alrighty, sunshine, is that it?
That's it.
Alright, $5.65.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. It's week 2, day 3. It's Wednesday, August 12th. I don't know what my hair is doing. I've been working. Anyway, I've officially reached the point in these work days, and I hate to say this because I know I'm going to wish I had all this time back later in the year, but I've officially reached the point where I've got my syllabus done. I've got my first 2 weeks put into Canvas. I have the rest of the 9 weeks planned out. Got my desk moved, cleaned, labeled. I don't know what else to do. So I am going to make I don't know if I want to say a bulletin board, but I'm going to make something in the hall today. I really like to encourage my kids to read. I know it's really hard, especially in high school, but I realized a couple days ago that I've read 22 books over quarantine. So I've read 22 books since March. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to print out covers, and a lot of them have really cool covers. So I'm going to print out the covers, I'm going to laminate them, and I'm going to make some kind of something in the hallway that says like what Miss Gates is reading. I don't know, just something to kind of show them that even though I teach English, I actually do love it, and I love to read. So I'm hoping that maybe somebody will get interested in something that I read. So I just plugged in the laminator downstairs in the library. I'm going to print out the book covers. I'm going to laminate, cut them out. I also have to move some stuff around in here today. I said I wasn't going to put out the rugs, but y'all know I'm going to put out the rugs. So I'm putting out my rugs today, especially, I love this one, this hot pink one I'm going to put out. So yeah, I have a few little housekeeping things to do, and we'll see what else the day holds. You know we have to have our temperature checked every day, but once we have our temperature checked, we just go to our school's webpage and we go to staff questionnaire, and then we have to fill out our name, which hall we work on, and then our temperature. And my temperature has been the same thing every single day. I'm a 97.3 girl. Submit it, and then we can get back to work. Okay, now I need help coming up with what I should put in the center of this book wall. I printed out all of the covers of the books that I've read over quarantine. Obsessed. But now I need something cool to put in the middle. But whenever I stand back, it honestly kind of looks like wings. But I should have put it down more if I wanted to be able to stand and make wings. I don't know. I need suggestions on what I should put in the middle. Also, I put my rug down, and now it's just flattening out because it was all crinkly. And it's raining today. It started thundering, and y'all know how I feel about storms. Look what I got today, guys. I got my bottle of hand sanitizer for my children. Just one. And I got my one bottle of Sanitize. Looks like we're gonna have to let this sit for 10 minutes to kill all those good germs. But finally came in. All right, we're on day 4, week 2, and if you remember yesterday, I was saying, you know, I've done all my stuff, and I just feel like at this point, I don't know what else I can do. Totally scratch that, because last night at about 8:30, the state gave us a whole new list of marching orders. So I have to call all of my students today and read them a script and find out what kind of devices that they have and all that good stuff, because even though we were supposed to get enough Chromebooks for all of our students to have one, we were only given about half of them, and the ones that we were given, we're not sure if we're going to be able to let the students take them home. So that's a problem. Our other issue is that because they've split us up, the 25% of the students that come each day by alphabet, we have very few students in the first part of the alphabet. So like on Mondays, I'll maybe only have 1, 2, maybe 3 kids in each class. But then on Fridays, the vast majority of our students have a last name that ends in those letters. So I'll have so many students in my classroom that I'm not really sure how I can social distance them. And my classroom is pretty big. So other classrooms that are half the size of mine, and they're going to have 20 kids in there, and they have to be 6 feet apart each, that's just not doable. So even though we've been told to put all of our things on Canvas, our learning management online system, whatever, now we're having to go back and do paper packets of everything. So everything that we've made for Canvas isn't going to transfer over to paper packets. So we're going to have to redo all of that and make paper packets, because we're not sure how the devices are going to work, if our students are even going to have a device at all the first week, maybe even the second week. We don't know. So I'm heading in today to call all of my students. After I call all of my students, then I'm going to get to work on a paper version of the first week, because I don't know what else to do. Definitely skipped my 5 miles this morning. I'm heading in early to get started. So I'm grabbing my coffee now, and then I will update you when I can. The fire alarm won't stop going off. t-shirts today. Super sassy. What a day. I spent all day today converting things that I had converted to digital back to paper so that I could make some packets for the first few days of school for my kids, because now we're not sure when the Chromebooks will be here for them to use or if they'll be able to take them home with them. We're really not sure yet. So I did that. I went and picked up all the masks for my first period children because they get 5 masks each. So I went and picked up all their masks. We also had just like a ton of paperwork to do. Tried to get in contact with all of my students to find out their technology needs, their internet needs. Really didn't get to talk to a lot of them, but I tried. And now I'm going to head home. I'm going to work on just all the school things. I know I say that a lot, but it's really happening. And, you know, personally, and I do want to say that any opinions or like anything that I tell y'all in these videos, they're my opinions. They're not the opinions of any school district. They're my personal opinions. I am really surprised we're actually going to carry through with Plan B. I really thought that we would say we're doing Plan B, which is a hybrid model, and end up going to Plan C because the biggest district in our area has already decided to do Plan C. So I thought we would do Plan C. However, it's not looking like that. School starts Monday. Tomorrow is an optional work day, but I'm still going in tomorrow. We'll just see. We'll see what happens. Whenever I talk to some parents today, their children or they didn't realize school was even starting on Monday. So I think that through this whole thing, I've learned that I need to be a better communicator. I need to not assume people know anything, because I mean there's a lot of different information going around and it's hard to keep up with everything. Like, I work here and it's hard to keep up with everything. So I'm trying to really be mindful of my students' parents, and like all of the craziness that I'm sure is going on in their lives too. So that being said, I'm heading home. I didn't get my run in this morning, so I'm gonna run now. It's 93 degrees right now, but I have to get it in because it makes me feel better. So I'm going to get my run in, then I'm going to have some dinner with my family and get back to work. So I will see you bright and early in the morning. Hey y'all, it's Friday, and it was an optional work day for us today. I thought I was gonna go in, but yesterday was just so draining, and I feel like I was getting like a stress-induced migraine. It was insane, and I don't even have migraines. But I just decided that I got all of the physical stuff I needed to get done at school and yesterday. So I decided I should just stay home today and work online. So I got up. I slept so late today. Normally I'm up by 5 a.m. during the school year, and then usually about 6:37 throughout the summer, but I slept in this morning until almost 10 o'clock. So I feel like I needed it. But got up, got my run in, went and got some coffee, and then I ran to Target and got just like all kinds of stuff that I know I'm gonna need for the year, and then went by the grocery store, got everything so I can meal prep some lunches for Brent and I for the week. So this is just a reminder that self-care is important, and if you feel drained, I know that a lot of the things we cannot take a break from, we just can't, but when you can take a break, because it's really hard for me, really hard for me to take a break. Like, I'm feeling terrible about myself for not going into work today, even though I had everything done that needs to be done. I feel bad whenever I don't go out 150% all the time. So I'm trying to be okay with it. Brent is an angel, and he's taking me for tacos tonight, my favorite. So I'm just gonna try to relax for the rest of the night tonight, tomorrow, and then we have church Sunday, and just gonna spend some time with our families, and then the grind's gonna start on Monday. So I can't wait.
just jump in there and kind of, I hate to say get it over with, but I feel like once I get that first week over with, then I'll be a whole lot more comfortable with what's happening. I'll know what to expect, at least for the time being. So anyway, I'm gonna take the rest of the weekend off, and I will see you first thing bright and early on Monday. We have to be at the school by 7 a.m. because the first bus gets there at 7. So we have to be there at 7 because our kids have to get a grab and go breakfast and then go directly to their first period. They can't roam around the school. So anyway, I will see you on Monday. Fingers crossed that it goes well, and I'll update you as soon as I can.